Have you ever wondered how a virtuous king like Pandu met his tragic end? What curse haunted him, leading him to renounce his throne and live in the forest? How did his sudden and heartbreaking death impact his wives, Kunti and Madri, and their 5 remarkable sons, the Pandavas? Join us as we dive into the captivating story of Pandu's life, the curse that shadowed his every move, and the fateful morning that changed everything. Pandu, known for his prowess on the battlefield and his virtuous rule, carried a curse that forbade him from embracing his deepest desires. This curse was no ordinary one. It was a dire consequence of a tragic mistake. Once, while hunting in the forest, Pandu accidentally shot and killed a sage named Kindama and his wife, who had taken the form of deer. With his dying breath, the sage cursed Pandu, decreeing that the moment he attempted to engage in intimate relations with his wives, he would die instantly. Haunted by this curse, Pandu chose to relinquish his throne and retreat to the serene forests, seeking solace with his 2 wives, Kunti and Madri. Despite his curse, the gods blessed Pandu and his wives with 5 remarkable sons through divine intervention. Kunti, invoking sacred mantras, bore 3 sons. Yudhishthira, blessed by Dharma, the god of righteousness. Bhima, granted immense strength by the wind god, Vayu, and Arjuna, the unrivaled archer, fathered by Indra, the king of the gods. Madri, with Kunti's help, invoked the Ashwini twins, who blessed her with twin sons, Nakula and Sahadeva, renowned for their beauty and wisdom. These 5 sons, the Pandavas, were destined for greatness, each bearing unique gifts from the gods. Yet, a foreboding sense of doom loomed over Pandu. One serene morning, in the tranquility of the forest, Pandu found himself overwhelmed by a sudden, intense longing. Despite years of restraint, the human desire for closeness overpowered him. He approached Madri, unable to resist the pull of his emotions. In that fleeting moment of passion, the curse struck with lethal precision. Pandu's body convulsed, his life force ebbing away as he gasped his last breath. His sudden and tragic demise left his wives in a state of shock and despair. The forest echoed with grief. Kunti and Madri were enveloped in sorrow, their cries reverberating through the trees. Madri, who had always felt a deep bond with Pandu, was the most affected by his tragic death. She could not shake the haunting realization that it was her closeness that had triggered the curse, leading to Pandu's demise. The guilt gnawed at her soul, making her feel responsible for the irreversible loss. As she cradled Pandu's lifeless body, her heart shattered, and tears streamed down her face in an unending torrent of anguish. Despite Kunti's attempts to console her, Madri remained inconsolable. She felt that her destiny was intertwined with Pandu's, and without him, her life held no meaning. In her grief-stricken state, Madri resolved to perform the ancient and solemn rite of Sati, to join Pandu in the afterlife. On the day of Pandu's funeral, the air was thick with sorrow. The pyre was prepared, and the flames flickered ominously. With a heart heavy with sorrow but steadfast in her resolve, Madri ascended the pyre, her eyes filled with a serene acceptance of her fate. As the flames engulfed her, Madri's soul was freed from the mortal coil, and she joined her husband in the eternal embrace of death. Kunti, though equally stricken with grief, displayed remarkable strength and resilience in the face of such a devastating loss. Unlike Madri, Kunti felt a strong sense of duty towards her children, the 5 Pandavas, who were now left fatherless. She knew that her role as their mother was more critical than ever, and she could not afford to succumb to her sorrow. In the days following Pandu's death, Kunti's heart ached with the loss of her husband, but she channeled her grief into a fierce determination to protect and nurture her sons. She knew that Pandu's legacy lived on in the Pandavas, and it was her responsibility to ensure they grew up strong and virtuous, ready to face the challenges that destiny had in store for them. Kunti's resolve was unyielding. She took on the mantle of leadership within the family, guiding her sons with wisdom and love. She taught them the values that Pandu had held dear, instilling in them the principles of righteousness, strength, and honor. Her unwavering support and guidance became the bedrock upon which the Pandavas built their future. Kunti's inner strength was a beacon of hope in the dark times that followed Pandu's death. She managed to hold the family together, providing her sons with the stability and love they needed to navigate their grief and grow into the legendary heroes they were destined to become. Her resilience and dedication ensured that Pandu's legacy would endure through the noble deeds and virtuous actions of the Pandavas. In the midst of their sorrow, the strength of Kunti and the devotion of Madri became a poignant reminder of the depth of their love for Pandu and their unwavering commitment to their family. Their responses to Pandu's death, though different, highlighted the profound impact he had on their lives and the enduring legacy he left behind. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey through the life and tragic death of Pandu. His story, marked by bravery, love, and sacrifice, continues to resonate through the ages, reminding us of the complexities of fate and the strength of the human spirit. If you enjoyed this tale and want to explore more timeless stories from ancient lore, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Timeless Tales World. Let us know in the comments what other legends and myths you'd like us to uncover. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the rich tapestry of our past.